Nowadays, computers are already all around us. We can see them from different places like in our home, our school, at work, and even outdoors, and almost everywhere we go. We can see different variations of it from desktops to smartphones. In fact, these are now changing the way we live our lives. This is for the reason that computers are very useful and convenient in our daily activities, but it contains so many important documents and information about the users. And this could possibly impose danger if we are not careful enough. In fact, losing these things and even letting other people steal this information from you could lead to worst case scenarios we could imagine. Question is, are we all aware of these dangers? And if yes, what are these? And do we have enough knowledge to protect ourselves from it? So to familiarize ourselves, I would like to introduce you the common computer threats we have for in our computers, and from pests to possibly to the scams used to deceive people. So let's start with virus. It is also the same as how we define virus in living organisms. The difference is that it infects computer files or programs. It is usually attached on emails and in the files, and it is activated when it is opened. Worst case is that it could make our PCs or computers stop working. Another pest is the worm. Unlike virus, it is not usually designed to do damage, but it spreads from systems to systems. Next is the Trojan horse. So this code disguises as something you want, like music or documents or videos or more, but there are hidden files in it or codes that has the purpose of stealing your, for example, stealing your identity or even your bank details. So now that we know the different pests we have, we can go to the different threats we have on internet security. One is this one, the phishing. So phishing is an internet scam that is set to deceive users to steal information from the victims, and they usually steal bank accounts or passwords. So how does it work? So basically, it starts with a spam email that seems to be from your trusted company, like banks, but they're not actually. The email requires you to open a site that looks like your bank, but again, it's not. And then they will get the information, your personal information, and this information are sent to the person who made the mail or who's the mastermind, and this is where the identity thief starts. So this is phishing. Next is the botnets. So botnets is sometimes called as the zombie computer because the user loses control on his or her computer, and it is spread from different systems. This is sometimes activated by viruses or Trojan horses that enter your computer and multiply to other systems. Botnets are controlled by the botmasters who can monitor your activities and control your computer. And lastly, we have the DDoS or Distributed Denial of Service attack. So how does it work? So we have what we call the servers. So the servers are where we store our internet files, and then we have botnet armies that will flood the server with data or requests, which prohibits anyone from accessing. That's why it is called the denial of service. So now that since this information is already available, we're already familiar with the common threats, what should we do? There are ways to avoid this from happening. This foil or this video would introduce some or a few of the basics or possible preventive actions we could perform. So this includes the not opening downloaded attachments from unknown users or unknown senders. So we might not know that we could probably be downloading viruses already. Next is not to download files from unfamiliar sites. And of course, it's still important that we install antiviruses in our computer and the ones with internet security features to ensure that it is also updated regularly. So also we have to be very cautious on emails that are requiring account details. And we have to learn to distinguish valid emails from spams or phishing messages. So we have other preventive actions, but these are the few we can perform to avoid and probably minimize this recurrence of losing data or for or security purposes. So as a summary, we should be able to know these items while watching this video. So we should be familiar with the common threats. We have described these threats and the effect to the users and some preventive actions to minimize it. So before we end the foil, I'd like to acknowledge the following resources we have used for this video. So thank you for listening. This is Roseale Sotto, and this is guidelines and dealing with computer threats as a requirement for the computer ethics in Open University of the Philippines. So this is my tech video. Thanks everyone for listening and have a nice day. Goodbye.